Hi, and thanks for joining us for our class today. So today's class is focused on our hip mobility and strength. So we're going to work on some exercises to really lengthen and open out through the fronts of our hip, as well as work our muscles to help stabilise and strengthen around that region as well. So I hope you enjoy the class today. Remember, always work to a level that you feel comfortable with. And when you're ready, we're going to get started in standing. Okay, so let's get started. So we're going to bring our toes apart and those heels apart, so our feet just that hip width distance. Just to begin with, we're going to transfer that weight coming to the fronts of your toes and then back onto your heels. So just slowly forwards and back. Just looking to find that midpoint between those two movements, so that weight's going nice and evenly down through your feet. Knees are nice and soft, so not locked back from there. Hands up onto your pelvis, very gently. We're going to tilt this pelvis forward and then tilting back. So just nice and slowly forwards and back, just looking to find that midpoint between those two movements. Lovely. In that neutral position, that core's gently engaged, those ribs are soft, collarbones wide and that neck nice and long. Lovely. Okay, so just starting in the standing position, we're just going to lean over side to side with that weight. Just really feel that weight going through each leg as you just come over each side. So just warming up slowly here, just bringing the weight through that hip and on the opposite hip. Good. Just breathing in and out. Just transferring that weight side to side from here. Good. And then coming back down again so that weight's going evenly through the feet. We're going to transfer the weight over to one side and we're just going to bring one leg up into that flexion position and then coming back down. If you want to, you could slide your leg up your opposite leg and slide back down, or just bring that leg up and down. So we're just flexing this hip just to about that hip height level and slowly down. Good. Lifting up and slowly down. Lovely. So just flexing through this hip and controlling down. Well done. Good, and again. On this next one here, we're going to lift this hip up. We're going to use our hand just to grab through that knee, and we're going to take the leg out nice and wide. You can use your hand sort of to counter that movement, coming out wide as well if you want to. So just opening out and folding back. Good. Breathing out as you open out, breathing in as you fold back. Good. Breathing out and folding back. Lovely, and again, breathing out and folding back. Let's do one more here. Breathing out and then folding back. Lovely. Relax the leg back down. Very good. Okay, so let's do the same on the other side. So we're going to flex the hip and lower back down. If you want to, again, we can slide the leg up and down that leg. It's up to you. We're just bringing in this hip flexion here, lifting and lowering. Good. Keeping that pelvis level. We're just bending and lowering through that leg. Good. And lowering. Well done. Flexing through that hip and lowering down. Well done. Now on this next one, as we did before, we're going to grab that knee with our hand. We're going to bring the other hand in front and opening out and folding back. Good. So opening out through that hip, nice and wide, just where you're comfortable. Open out, fold back. Breathe out as you open out, breathing in as you fold back. Good. Breathing out and folding back. Lovely. And let's do one more here. And then folding back and lower that leg back down. Well done. So I want you to bring your feet a little bit wider now. So another sort of hip width apart. And just have those feet just turned out slightly in that 45-degree angle. And we're going to drop down into these side plie squats. So we're going to drop down and lift up. Good. So dropping down and lifting up. Let's do 8 more here. So we go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, good, 2, and 1. On this last one, if you can, we're going to stay here. Staying in this position, I want you to raise a heel and then the opposite heel. And again, raising a heel and the opposite heel. Good. Raise a heel and the opposite heel. Well done. Again, each side. And let's do one more heel raise each side if you can. Well done. Opposite side. And then we're raising back up from there. Well done. So I want you to turn your feet in now. So they're pointing forwards. And we're going to do a few side lunges. So we're just going to lean over to one side, just opening out through that side and lift back up. Opposite side, leaning over and back up. Good, so nice and controlled. That knee is going over my toes as I come back up. Knee going over the toes and lifting up. Good. Reaching over and back. Good. Reach over and then back up. Lovely, and again, reaching over and back up. Reach over and up. Lovely. Reaching over, back up. Lovely, one more each side here. And back, reaching over and then back up. Lovely, okay. Now on this next time, just bring those feet just slightly narrower. We're going to lean over into that little lunge we did there. Going to hold this position and I want you to see if you can lift the leg and lower. Lifting and lowering. Holding this here if you can. Good. Lifting and lowering. Lifting and lowering. Well done. Lift up and lower. One more time. And lower back down. Bring that weight back to that center. Well done. Opposite side. Reach over. Knee going over those toes. Keep this lunge position. And we're going to lift this leg and down. Keeping steady through this leg. We're lifting and lowering. Well done. Lift up and lower down. Well done. Lift and lower. Keeping that knee nice and controlled. Very good. Last couple here. And again, lift up and lower. Come back to that center. Well done. Bring those feet back there. Well done. Okay, so we're going to get a little bit more dynamic movement from here now. And we're going to step one foot back and drop down into that squat. Opposite side. Drop down, squat down. Good. Dropping that knee down. Reach that foot behind, dropping down. Good. Drop down. Well done. Reaching behind, drop down. Good. Step the foot behind, sink down. Lovely. Step behind, sink down. Good. And again, step behind, sink down. Step behind, sink down. Good. Now on this next one, we're going to step behind, stay down here if you can, and we're going to do 8 little pulses. So we're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up. Opposite side. Step behind, drop down. And we're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then step back. Wow, lovely. Okay, so we're going to open out through these hip flexors now. So I want you to turn your feet so we're going to face lengthways onto our mat. So our legs are quite a wide stance here. I want you to reach that back foot behind. We're going to come up nice and tall. So I really want you to feel your body extending here. So you feel that lengthening through this front part of those hip flexors here. Lovely. Reaching, lengthening, keeping up nice and tall. Opposite arm, we're going to reach over and just lengthen through this front here, just that little bit further. Good. Breathe in and out. And again, breath in and out. Bring that arm back down. Lovely. Lengthen through that here. Good. And then bring that leg back forwards. Excellent. Okay, we're going to step the opposite leg back this time. And we're going to extend through our body, coming up nice and tall, and feel that lengthening through the front of the hip here. Breathing in and out. And again, and out. We're going to reach this arm over, and we're going to lengthen a little bit further through those hip flexors. Well done. Breathe in and out here. And again, breath in and out. Breath in and out. Bring that arm back down, and we're going to step back up. Lovely. Let's come back to the end of your mat. We'll do a few roll downs from here. So we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, drop that chin down, just rolling slowly down towards the floor. Take a breath in here. As you breathe out, just slowly restacking through that spine, just gently lifting back up into standing. We'll just do a few here. Breath in. As you breathe out, drop that chin down, just curling slowly down towards the floor. Breath at the end there. And as you breathe out, slowly peeling back up into standing. Let's do one last time. Breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, just rolling slowly down towards the floor. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, slowly restacking back up into standing. Fantastic. Okay, so let's come down onto our sides to continue the class from here. Okay, Okay, so if you've got a thicker block, we're going to use that now. I'm going to come down onto our side to continue the class from here. So just using that block to support your neck from there. We're going to bend our knees up so our feet and our hips are roughly in that line. So those hips are stacked on top of each other. We're going to start with our clam here. So we're going to lift up this top leg and lower back down. So keeping those hips stacked, we're lifting and lowering through that top knee. Good. So making sure those hips aren't rolling back. Imagine you've got that wall behind you. We're not rolling back into. We're keeping those hips stacked as we lift and lower through that top leg. Well done. And again, lifting and lowering. Good. Now, if that feels comfortable here, you can stay at this level, or if you can, we're going to raise those feet up and we're going to lift and lower through this top knee. Good. And again, lifting and lowering, keeping those hips stacked as we lift and lower. Good. Now on this next one, we're going to add in a stretch. So we're going to lift up, stretch and tap, lower the knee. Lift again, stretch and tap and lower. If that's too much, just stick with the lifting and lowering. We don't have to add that stretching if it feels too much. Good. And lower. Lift up, stretch and tap and down. Good. And again, stretch and tap and down. Well done. Lift up. Stretch and tap and down. We'll do the last few here. Lifting up, stretch and tap and down. And again, lift up, stretch and tap and down. One more time. Lift up, stretch, tap, lower that knee, lower those feet down. And if you can, we're just going to do the last few with those feet down, lifting and lowering, still keeping those hips stacked. Well done. Good. Lovely. And one more time. And lower that leg down. Well done. Drop that knee in front. Let's give that a little stretch here through that top leg. While we're stretching this top leg, if you can, we're going to lengthen the lower leg and do a few little pulses of that inner thigh. So still keep that core engaged, that upper body relaxed, and we're just pulsing through that lower leg here. So just lifting and lowering through that inner thigh. Good. So breathing in and out, not holding your breath, as we're just pulsing that lower leg. Well done. Just a few more here. Breath in and out. And again, breath in and out. And relax that leg back down. Well done. So we're going to bend that lower leg back up. And this time we're going to straighten through this top leg. So keeping that leg just going straight down here, that hip stacked, we're going to lift this leg up and out to the side and lower back down. So we're going to lift up and lower. Lifting and lower. Let's see if we can do 8 here. We're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then lower that leg back down. Well done. Okay, this time we're going to bring our leg just slightly forwards. Flex the foot there and just turn those toes just slightly down from here. And then we're going to lift that leg up and down again from here. Lifting and lowering. Good. Let's see if we can do 8 again. So we're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and lower that leg down. Well done. We're going to bring the leg back a little bit now, and this time we're going to just turn those toes just slightly upwards, and we're going to do lifting and lowering again from here. Good. Let's do 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and lower that leg down, bend those knees up. Well done. Give that muscle a little rub there. Well done. Okay, so let's come around and do the same on the opposite side. So you're going to come around, bring that block with me. Come around and then come down onto my side from here again. Okay, so onto this side, we're going to bend our knees up. We're going to start with that clam as we did before. So those hips are stacked on top of each other. Feet together. We're going to lift up this top knee and lower back down. And again, lifting and lowering. So keeping those hips stacked. Don't let those hips roll back. We're keeping them stacked. So if you've got that imaginary wall behind us, we're not rolling back into it. Keeping them stacked as we lift and lower. Feeling in that back pocket side area, we're working these glute muscles. Well done. If that's comfortable here, then we can raise those feet up, lift and lower through that top knee again. Lifting and lowering. Good. Keeping those hips stacked as we lift and lower. Good. And on this next one, if you can, we're going to lift up, stretch and tap and lower. Lift up, stretch and tap and lower. If that feels too much with that stretch and tap, just stick with lifting and lowering that leg. Good. And again, lift up, stretch and tap and lower. And again, stretch and tap and lower. Last few here, stretch and tap and lower. And again, stretch and tap and lower. Very good. Stretch and tap and lower. One more time. Lift up, stretch and tap. Lower that leg down, lower those feet down if you can. Just going to do last few with those feet down, lifting and lowering through that top knee. Well done. Lifting and lowering. Good. Lifting and lowering. Well done. And let's do one last one here. Lifting and lowering that leg. Well done. Drop that leg in front. Let's give that little rest here. A little stretch out through that top leg. While we're stretching this top leg, we can lengthen through that lower leg and do a few little pulses of that inner thigh. So we're just pulsing that lower leg here as we're stretching and lengthening out through that top leg. So just breathing in and out here, not holding your breath as we're just pulsing through that lower leg. Well done. Breathing in and out. Good. And again, breath in and out. Good. One more time, breath in and out. And relax that leg down. Well done. Okay, so as we did before, we're going to bend this lower leg back up, straighten out that top leg, so it's just straight down from there. And we're going to lift this leg up and down, lifting up and lowering. Good. If we can, we're going to do 8 more here. So we're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to bring this leg just slightly forwards. And then from there, we're going to turn those toes down just slightly and we're going to lift up and down again. So lifting up and down. Good. And we do 8 more here. So we go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, well done, 2 and 1. Bring that leg back down. We're going to bring it back slightly this time. Turn those toes up slightly and we're going to lift up and down. Good. Lifting up. Do 8 here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. And lower that leg down. Bring that knee back in. Give that muscle a little rub. Have a little stretch out there. Well done. Very good. Okay, so we're going to move that block round to the side. We're going to come down onto our backs from here. So just come down onto your back. Okay, so in this position, we want our feet and knees that hip width distance apart. Just to start with, tilt that pelvis forwards and back, making sure we find that neutral position. That core's gently engaged, ribs are soft, collarbones wide, and that neck nice and long and lifted from there. Well done. Okay, so let's just begin with a hip twist movement. So imagine you've got these headlights on those hip bones. We're going to keep them pointing up towards the ceiling. And we're just going to open one knee out to the side. Use those toe muscles to come back in again. Opposite leg opening out and then folding back. Good. So making sure those hip bones pointing up to the ceiling. We're not feeling too much rolling or rotating through there. If you are, bring those knees in. Don't take them out quite so wide. Well done. If that's comfortable, we can bring a leg into single tabletop, opening out, fold back and lower. Opposite leg lifted, opening out, folding back and lowering. And again, opening out, fold back and lower. If that's comfortable there still, then we can bring both legs up into double tabletop, opening out and then folding back. Good. So just keeping that control as you opening out and folding back. Just as far as you feel, you control that movement through that pelvis, keeping those hip bones pointing up to the ceiling. Good. opening out and folding back. Well done. Just do a few more here. Opening out and folding back. Very good. Open out, fold back. Lovely. Let's do one more each side. Opening out, fold back. And then just lowering those legs back down if they're lifted, back to that start. Well done. Okay, so we're going to work on to our hip movement a little bit more with our scissors movement. So we're going to float one leg up into this tabletop position. We're going to tap the foot down, come back up and lower. Opposite leg lifted. Tap that foot down, back up and lower. And again, opposite leg. Tap down, back up and lower. And again, lift up. Tap down, back up and lower. So keeping that knee at that 90-degree angle as you lift up and lower. Well done. Making sure that tummy's staying flat, not letting that back arch as you lower that leg down. If that's comfortable here, we can float both legs up into double tabletop and we're going to tap each side from here. Good. So tapping down, nice and controlled, keeping that tummy flat. That movement is coming from that hip. The hip is what's lowering that leg down. Well done. Tapping down, lifting up. Good. Excellent. Breathing as you lower. Very good. Keep going here, alternating sides. If that feels too much with both legs lifted, then go back to that single leg. Very good. Tapping down, lifting up. Well done. Do a few more here. Very good. Tapping down, lifting up. And again, tap down, lift up. Good, let's do one more each side. And then lowering those legs down one at a time. Very good. Let's bring those knees and have a quick hug and stretch out through that back. Well done. Breathing in and out here. As you breathe out, relaxing down. Well done. Breath in. And out. Good, and then just lowering those legs down, back to that start. So feet and knees that hip width distance apart, arms relaxed down by your side. We're going to go into our bridge here, so really working those bottom muscles again. So we're going to take a breath in, as we breathe out, tucking that pelvis under, using those bottom muscles, lifting up into that bridge. Breath in here, as you breathe out, walking that spine slowly back down onto the mat. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tucking that pelvis under, lifting up into that bridge. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, walk that spine slowly back down onto the mat. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tucking that pelvis under, use those bottom muscles, peeling that back up into that bridge. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, walking that spine gently back down onto the mat. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tucking that pelvis under, lifting up into that bridge. Breath in here, and as you breathe out, walking that spine slowly back down onto the mat. Good. Now on this next one, we're going to tuck that pelvis under, lifting up onto that bridge. Keep that bottom muscle lifted. If you can, we're going to raise both heels together and lower back down. And then lowering that spine slowly down. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lifting up into that bridge. Keep that bottom lifted, that pelvis level. Raise those heels. Lower down and peel that spine back down onto the mat. Good. And again, tucking that pelvis under, lifting up, raise those heels, lower down. Now, if you can, keep this bottom lifted, raise those heels again and down. Keep that bottom lifted, raise those heels and down. And again, raising the heels and down. One more time, raise those heels and down, and then lower that spine slowly back down onto the mat. Very good. Let's bring those knees and have a little quick hug. Stretch out that back. Well done. Excellent. So lowering those legs down one at a time, we're going to stretch out through those bottom muscles now. So you put one foot onto the opposite knee. Allow that leg just to relax open there. If that's enough of a stretch, then just stay there. Or if you can, we're going to bring the other leg up in towards you, just as far as you feel comfortable. And we're going to hold this stretch here. So just take a breath in and out. On that out breath, if you can, sink down into that stretch just that little bit further. And again, breath in and out, relaxing down. And again, breath in And on that out breath, just relaxing down to that, stretches out a little bit further. And again, breath in. And as you breathe out, relaxing down. Well done. Good. And one more time, breath in. And out. Good. And then lowering that leg back down. Very good. Do the same on the other side. Opposite foot onto the other knee. Allow that leg just to relax open there. If that's enough of a stretch, then just stay there. Or if you can, we're going to bring the other leg up in towards you just as far as you feel comfortable. Then we're holding this stretch here. So we're just breathing in and out on that out breath if you can. Relaxing down that little bit further. Well done. Breath in and out. Relaxing down that little bit further. Good. Holding that stretch here. Just sinking down to that stretch. Well done. Breath in and out. Just relaxing through those glutes. Well done. Breath in and out. Sinking down. Very good. And we're just going to lower that leg down from there. So just going to come round up into sitting from here. If you can, we're just going to bring our feet together just a little bit here. And just allow those knees just to sink down towards the mat. So don't worry if you're not anywhere near that. I'm not either. So just allow those knees just to sink down here and just open out through those hips. Good. So just breathe in and out. Just allow those legs just to sink down. Good. And again, breath in and out. Good. Relaxing down. Well done. Breath in and out. And then if you can, we're just going to reach our hands slightly forwards in front of us. And then slowly come back up nice and tall. Good. And again, breath in. And as you breathe out, just reach those hands just walking in front. And then slowly coming back up again from there. Well done. Very good. Just bring those knees back up and just relax them down into a comfortable position. Fantastic. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the class today. We worked through a lot of stretching movements as well as a lot of stability and strength through those glutes as well. Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed it and we'll see you again soon.